Okay, so I'm looking at my efforts from the first 2 days in writing here, and you might notice that my last sentence I edited a little bit more from what we finished with yesterday. So I've changed it a little bit more because I just didn't like the way it looked in some aspects, and that's the whole editing process. You'll write something down, and you'll come back to it, a couple of minutes, a couple of hours, maybe even a day or two later, and realize, yeah, I think I can do a little bit better. So there's a few more words in there, and actually, even right now, as I'm sitting here reading it, I see I've repeated a word. I've got standing high on a hill, and here I have high overhead. So that's a pretty easy fix. I don't like to have the same word repeated that often, if at all, if I can avoid it. So I'm going to change high to far overhead. Grey clouds drifted ponderously on a frigid wind in the dawn's golden sky. And I'm going to move on today to my sense of hearing. All right, so of course this is a picture, so I need to imagine what I might hear in this situation. And it's a pretty wide angle view. I can see for quite a bit of a distance, and the castle ruins themselves a fair distance away. So I can imagine that any noise I hear, if I hear any at all, and I imagine it is morning, they're going to be pretty faint, unless I happen to be perched right next to a bird or something like that. So I'm just going to imagine that the bird song is going to be faint. So let's start with a nice simple sentence, okay, and something which could be true, and this is going to be all based on my imagination. How about the birds woke, being morning, the birds woke up and sang, because birds sing, as we say. Birds sang when they saw the sun rising. All right, nothing wrong with that sentence. It would do fine just as a boring old sentence, but again, too much like I'm telling you that the birds sang when they saw the sunrise. Okay, well, how about you try and paint a picture for me instead? So we're going to edit this, and again, it's just going to be a rearrangement of the words. I like the concept, looks fine. Let's just see if we can write it in a slightly better way, okay? So getting rid of the word "the" at the start of the sentence, and you don't have to do this for every sentence. I just like to not have "the" starting any sentences because it's pretty easy. It's a little bit boring. Okay, so let's have a look. What's the sun doing? The sun's rising. We don't often, well, we do say the sun's rising, but we also say the sun climbs. So I'm gonna write it like that. As the sun climbs into the sky, if I can hardly hear it, the bird song is going to be faint. Okay, faint singing, faint bird song, rose with it. Okay, nice and simple. You can see here I've got the word sky there and the sky there. Well, that's okay because that's a noun. All right, that's not a problem. High itself is a prepositional phrase, so if I can avoid repeating those, that's fine. But nouns like sky, if you've got to repeat them, then that's not a problem. Okay, so there we are, 3 days worth, and I've got 3 sentences. Okay, 2 of the sentences have got sight, one's got temperature, so a sense of feeling there, or the sense of feeling, I should say, and this one I've just done the sense of hearing. All right, so we're sort of well on our way now to painting a picture based on our 5 senses. Whether we're going to have scent, I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're not going to have taste because it's not as though you're going to be tasting anything in this sort of image. So we probably will go with scent tomorrow, and then wrap it up with an emotional. What's our emotional sense for this picture? Okay. Talk to you tomorrow.